watching News 3 Now at 5.
We begin with breaking news. An 18-year-old student was arrested at Follette High School this afternoon, accused of bringing a loaded gun to school.
Police say school administrators called them after getting an anonymous tip. The student tried to push his way past officers in a classroom, but an administrator was able to stop him. The gun was reportedly stolen out of Cottage Grove earlier this year and had a bullet in the chamber when it was found. We are not naming that student because he has not been charged with a crime yet, but court records show he has faced criminal charges in the past.
You know, we don't know why he chose to bring the weapon to school. Obviously, you know, our officers are working through that. Obviously, as a suspect, he's not compelled to give us a statement.
MMSD has canceled co-curricular activities at both East and Follette High Schools tonight out of an abundance of caution. We will continue to bring you the latest in this story on air and online on Channel 3000.
Well, the spotlight may be on Omicron, the new coronavirus variant. Wisconsin health leaders are actually more worried about an issue we are already seeing.
Hospitals around the state are almost at capacity with more people than they have seen in a very long time. Charlotte DeLeste is here with more from today's DHS briefing. Charlotte?
Well, Susan and Eric, here is a rather startling statistic. 2 days ago, 688 people were on a ventilator here in Wisconsin. That is the most ever since the pandemic began, 688. In addition to that, 97% of the state's ICU beds are full. However, unlike this time last year when hospitals were crowded, these patients are younger and sicker. And hospitals like Prevea Health in the Fox Valley, which had to send patients elsewhere because of the lack of room, it's concerned about what's to come.
No healthcare system is designed to have 20% of extra capacity just sitting there waiting for something. This is usually the busiest time of year for us in healthcare as we enter the winter months, especially living in Wisconsin, where we'll see traumatic accidents, we'll see an increase in heart attacks and strokes and other illnesses.
DHS Chief Medical Officer says while Delta is causing nearly 100% of all COVID cases in the state, it is entirely possible that Omicron is in Wisconsin, as sequencing can take up to 2 weeks. So if the number of beds available around the state is that dismal, what is the case for our local hospitals? Well, we'll show you what we found out tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
Charlotte, thank you. Senator Tammy Baldwin spoke to News 3 Now today about the pandemic and vaccination rates here in Wisconsin. She says vaccinations are the key to keeping your family safe, and the pandemic should never have been politicized.
Obviously, there's a lot of pushback because it has become way too politicized. This is about taking care of your family, yourself, your loved ones, and keeping them from potentially, having serious illness because they're not vaccinated.
For people who are still skeptical of the COVID vaccine, Senator Baldwin says to seek information through your physician and don't believe in conspiracy theories. President Biden is outlining new steps to fight the COVID pandemic that could impact the way you travel.
Well, the move comes as more cases of the Omicron variant are discovered in the U.S., this time in Minnesota and Colorado. Chris Wen has the details.
We entered this winter from a position of strength compared to where America was last winter.
In Washington, D.C., President Joe Biden unveiling his winter plan for fighting COVID-19. Air travelers entering the U.S. must now test negative for COVID within a day of departure, regardless of vaccination status or nationality. The Biden administration also extending a mask requirement for domestic travel on planes, trains, and public transit through the middle of March.
What you do when you travel, you take care, you're prudent. Travel always increases somewhat the risk of getting infected.
The announcement just 1 day after officials confirmed the first recorded case of the Omicron variant in the United States and California. The White House plans to increase vaccine and booster outreach with a focus on seniors and children.
We're going to launch hundreds of new family vaccination clinics across the country. These sites are going to offer vaccinations for the whole family, one stop.
Private insurers will now be required to reimburse the costs of at-home testing kits, and community sites like health centers and rural clinics will offer free at-home kits for those not covered by private insurance.
The bottom line, this winter, the you'll be able to test for free in the comfort of your home and have some peace of mind.
In Washington, I'm Chris Wynn.
Officials say the Minnesota man who tested positive for the Omicron strain was vaccinated and has mild symptoms. The Colorado woman who recently traveled to South Africa also had mild symptoms. With more and more people being hospitalized due to COVID, the U.S. health officials are seeing a spike in lung transplants. New data shows 1 in 10 lung transplants in 2021 have gone to people with COVID-related lung damage. Last year, only 1 in 50 transplants went to such patients. Health officials say patients who become critically ill develop pneumonia and scarring that may not heal in the lungs. Doctors at The Ohio State University say their transplant patients all have one thing in common.
All of our rescue transplants for COVID have been in people who were unvaccinated. It's clear to us that vaccination is the key to not having to perform a rescue transplant for someone.
Dr. Nunley also says the need for organ donors is always critical, but they're now needed more than ever since COVID patients aren't the only ones on those waiting lists.
Let's get a check on the weather now. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is on the weather patio. Gary?
Well, day 2 of December was a mild one, but we are going to see a trend toward colder weather over the next few days. As we start out by taking a look at visible cloud track, we had some sunshine today, and that allowed temperatures to get up to around the 50-degree mark. But on Doppler track, you can see some light rain and snow showers toward north and west. These will move through here later on tonight. Low temperatures this morning were pretty mild. They only dropped into the lower to middle 40s in most areas, and high temperatures are back to around 50. Madison was at 51. Janesville topped out at 54. Even to the north, temperatures were in the upper 40s. Current temperatures are in the middle 40s, but will probably drop into the lower to middle 30s before temperatures hold nearly steady overnight with that rain snow shower chance overnight. Then tomorrow we'll see some sunshine in the afternoon, but it won't be as mild with a high of 44. Still looking at the prospects for some accumulating snow next week. I'll tell you how much we can expect in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. Watching a 10-minute, 50-second video forces you to come to grips with the reality of sexual assault, and the victim behind it wants you to watch.
Naomi Coles spoke with that young woman who goes to Oregon High School, and while she didn't want to speak on camera, she is hoping that her story reveals the need for significant change in her community.
I want the school to wake up.
This is Bree, an Oregon High School senior. We're using her video and name only after getting her permission.
The way the school and the police handled my case was almost as traumatizing as the assault that occurred.
3 years ago, as a freshman, Bree says she was sexually assaulted by a senior. When she reported it later in the same school year, Bree says the school resource officer told her it was too late to file charges after she'd taken time to consider it. She also says he told her that her abuser probably felt guilty. That officer, still with the department, is no longer the school resource officer.
The officer basically told me that I sleep better at night. So I should just be happy. I should just get over it.
She says both the school and police mishandled the case.
I want it to be very clear that I did not feel safe in school, and I still don't.
At one point, making her switch classes after she was seated next to her abuser.
I sat there having an anxiety attack that day, but nobody noticed.
She's speaking out now because she says the school didn't let her speak publicly about it earlier. Many of Bree's statements the school didn't address directly. The Oregon police chief said in an email, it is now an active investigation, noting that, quote, the interests of the victim are always best served when the victim contacts us as soon as possible. The school district told us they were aware of the video and they quickly investigate sexual assaults and support students. Bree, meanwhile, says this is about healing and protecting others.
I want to tell my story out loud, fill it with all the emotions that I feel, and let the audience see how this issue affects people. That is what is powerful. That is what can make a difference and change the culture at our school.
4 News 3 Investigates, I'm Naomi Coles.
There are a lot of questions that both police and the school are not answering for us right now, citing ethical concerns and child privacy laws. The school also did not provide an interview to discuss their general policies of handling sexual assault. For more on this case, head online to channel3000.com.
Right now, a visitation is being held in Mukwonago for an 8-year-old boy who was killed in the Waukesha Christmas parade tragedy. Governor Evers ordering flags to be flown at half-staff today in honor of Jackson Sparks, one of 6 people killed when 39-year-old Darrell Brooks of Milwaukee allegedly drove into the crowd parade on November 21st. The visitation goes until 7 tonight, and children were encouraged to wear baseball jerseys to the service in honor of Jackson. And if you'd like to join in yourself, you can place a baseball bat outside your front door take a picture and tag it with the hashtag #BatsOutForBlazers. Jackson's Little League team. A private burial is set for tomorrow. Meanwhile, the Milwaukee County DA appeared before a Milwaukee County Board Committee this afternoon to discuss why Brooks had such a low bail.
There are explanations for what happened. There are no excuses. I'm not here to make excuses. I own every decision that's made by any member of my office. I have to invest them with enormous discretionary decision-making power, and I exercise that overwhelmingly very well.
John Chisholm has been under fire since it was learned Brooks had been released on what Chisholm himself described as an inappropriately low bail from another case. Chisholm added that the low bail figure was the result of a young assistant district attorney doing the best she could who made a mistake.
The Center for Black Excellence and Culture in Madison launches a new $36 million capital campaign today to fund the facility. The center will be located on West Badger Road and is designed to provide resources and a gathering space for Madison's black community. So far, over 300 black donors have led fundraising efforts for the campaign. Project leaders are also unveiled the floor plan for the building, which was designed by black architects, artists, business leaders, and experts.
I believe those that were having difficulty believing that racial disparities were real are believers now. And I feel that this is an opportunity for us to not only be a community that rides on its great laurels of its social activity and social action in the 60s and early 70s, this is a chance to respond to a national crisis.
An atrium, 2 theaters, and a recording studio are just a few of the planned features for the building, which is scheduled to open in 2023.
Governor Evers visited Milwaukee today, where he followed through on a promise he made months ago regarding Wisconsin children and schools. The governor announcing $110 million of federal coronavirus relief money will be distributed to all Wisconsin school districts, equaling an additional $140 in per pupil aid. After signing, Governor Evers called a special legislative session for lawmakers to provide an additional $500 million for Wisconsin schools and students. Lawmakers gabbled in, gabbled out within 30 seconds. Learning new details about the Michigan high school shooting that left 4 students dead.
School officials say the suspect exhibited suspicious behavior the day of the shooting. Could it have been prevented? We'll have those details coming up. And later at 6, how one local school is hoping to help with the national truck driver shortage.
And on Wall Street, the biggest point gain in a year's time for the Dow as it soars 618 points. And NASDAQ up more than 127. S&P at 64. We'll be right back.
E-bikes, an over-the-top gift.
But how do you know which e-bike?
Get a 50% off gift certificate. A $1,000 e-bike is just $500 with a 50% off gift certificate. E-bikes, the over-the-top gift from Crazy Lenny's. Half price.
Now at Century House. Give $50 or more to charity and receive $400 off stressless Mayfair recliners and office chairs, $200 off any stressless recliner and office chair, and $200 off each stressless sofa seat. Don't wait. It's time for stressless. Donate and save at the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Stop in and save with everything you need for your home right now at Menards. Update your kitchen with top appliance brands including Whirlpool, Amana, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Criterion. Check out the largest in-stock selection to take home today at the lowest prices. Upgrade to new energy-efficient appliances and save big right now at Menards. Plus, a Menards gift card is always a great gift idea.
It's time to choose a Medicare plan. So why not choose a 5-star Medicare Advantage HMO plan from Quartz? Starting as low as $0 per month, including medical, hospital, and prescriptions, and dental, vision, and hearing aid benefits. Learn more. Call us today to find a plan that fits your budget and your lifestyle. Quartz offers the region's top-rated Medicare Advantage plans, and they're now even more exciting. New for 2022, the Quartz Cash Card gives you the freedom to spend up to $460 annually on a variety of health-related products and services. And Quartz gives you access to an all-star team of high-quality providers featuring UW Health, giving you the 5-star treatment you deserve. Because at Quartz, you're the star of our 5-star Medicare Advantage plans. Don't wait. Call now to get plan details from Quartz or speak with one of our enrollment specialists today.
E-bikes, an over-the-top gift.
But how do you know which e-bike?
Get a 50% off gift certificate. A $1,000 e-bike is just $500 with a 50% off gift certificate. E-bikes, the over-the-top gift from Crazy Lenny's, half price.
I want my story to make you put yourself in my shoes.
An Oregon high school student says the police in school mishandled her reported sexual assault.
See how the girl is speaking out, how the school is responding tonight at 6.
News 3 Now's Call for Action has settled hundreds of area consumer disputes, but we can't do it without our dedicated team of volunteers. Would you like to join us? Contact Call for Action by phone or visit channel3000.com to fill out an application now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Today, investigators are revealing some concerning behavior from the student accused of shooting and killing his classmates in Michigan this week.
Camila Bernal tells us the behavior even prompted 2 different meetings with the school administration, including one with his parents.
The day before the deadly Michigan high school shooting, 2 teachers separately reporting concerning behavior from the suspect.
On the day prior to the tragedy, a teacher in a classroom where he was a student saw and heard something that she felt was disturbing.
A call was made to his parents, then another meeting.
The day of the shooting, a different teacher in a different classroom saw some behavior that they felt was concerning.
This time it was with school officials and his parents. But after he was allowed to return to class, he later went into a bathroom, came out, and began shooting, killing 4 students. The 15-year-old now faces charges of terrorism, murder, and other charges. His parents could also face charges stemming from ownership of the firearm.
The responsibility of a gun owner is to securely store that weapon and to keep it out of the hands of somebody who could kill people.
After the shooting, investigators also finding 2 videos on the gunman's cell phone and a journal in his backpack. In them, he talked about shooting and killing students.
Horrendously disturbing. Obviously talks about what he intends to do and the kinds of things he's thinking about. It's just chilling.
I'm Camila Bernal reporting.
The sheriff also says despite rumors, his office had no advance warning that an attack was coming.
Well, let's get a look at your certified most accurate weather now. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti joining us with your forecast. Gary?
Well, second day of December was a mild one, too, with high temperatures around 50 degrees. But 3 things you need to know in the forecast. We have some chances for rain and snow showers tonight. Shouldn't amount to very much. Temperatures will be at or above freezing in most areas, so nothing really expected to stick to the ground. We will turn cooler for tomorrow with high temperatures in the mid-40s and then into the upper 30s on Saturday. Now, Sunday will turn a little milder with a chance for some rain showers. They will turn colder on Monday, and then we continue to watch the prospects for accumulating snow from Tuesday into Tuesday night. Doppler track shows tonight's system out to our north and west, again coming in like the last couple of systems with some rain and snow showers, temperatures right around freezing, not looking for anything to stick to the ground. The snow cover across northeastern Wisconsin has shrunk quite a bit, pretty much confined to the Rhinelander area and into upper Michigan with just a couple of inches of snow on the ground at most. But future track beginning early on Tuesday morning shows the next weather system out to the west, and you can see the snow overspreading much of southern Wisconsin. It should snow pretty steadily through the afternoon, evening into early overnight hours before it tapers down to flurries, and then the system moves off to the east on Wednesday. Future track snow predictions from a couple of the computer models, about 1 to 2 inches over southern Wisconsin, very similar to what we showed you yesterday. Heavier amounts up into upper Michigan. A lot of that will be lake effect snow, and the other longer range future track track computer model. 1 to maybe 3 inches of snow. Again, the heavier amounts up in far northern Wisconsin, where in upper Michigan, where lake effect snows will be the primarily event that they'll see there. Temperatures right now range from the 30s and 40s in Wisconsin to the 50s, 60s, and even 70s to our south and west. This is December. That's unusually warm for this time of year. Jet stream pretty much in the same configuration, so these weather systems that come in from the northwest don't have a lot of moisture associated with them. Most of that is in the southern part of the United States or out to the east, and the country as a whole pretty quiet as we get into the early part of December. But the first of a couple cold fronts has dropped to the south. The second one is what's generating the light precipitation, and will cool our temperatures off a little bit more for tomorrow, but it's not a dramatic cool down. Temperatures north of that second front are in the 30s. We're still in the mid-40s south of the front. On future track, you can see that light rain and snow shower activity moving in overnight, not going to amount to very much. We'll start clearing out tomorrow afternoon, and then we'll look for quiet weather for Saturday. Before Sunday, we'll see some rain showers. The snow is more likely by Tuesday. So for tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies in the morning. We could see skies turn partly sunny in the afternoon, high temperature at 44. 7 to 10 day forecast. Look for highs in the upper 30s Saturday. Chance for some flurries late Saturday night. Mainly rain showers on Sunday with a high of 41. Those will change to flurries Sunday night. Monday will be windy and colder as the flurries come to an end with highs in the upper 20s. That will set the stage for the snow on Tuesday into Tuesday night. Temperatures stay cold for Wednesday and warm back into the middle 30s for the end of next week. Maybe some snow shower chances Friday and Saturday. As we check out first warn traffic, seeing some delays on the Beltline right now, especially the eastbound Beltline from around Monona Drive back to around Verona Road. Looks like there might be a disabled vehicle near Stoughton Road that might start causing some traffic backups in the future. Right now, either way on the Beltline, about a 20-minute trip between University Avenue and the Beltline. Heading from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990, normal time there. Middleton to Sauk City on US 12, a quick 16-minute trip. Downtown to Sun Prairie, East Washington Avenue and US 151 will take you 20 minutes. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. Baseball put on hold after the MLB enforces a lockout. We'll have the details coming up next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Here's to the holidays. Here's to the casserole queens and Santas who saute. To the turkeys brined in beer, and well, just beer. To the ones who do the most, and the ones who do the least. To the classic traditions, and whatever you call this one. This year, no matter how you holiday, Festival has you covered. Festival Foods, a Wisconsin tradition since 1946.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of PowerSwabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to PowerSwabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. PowerSwabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, PowerSwabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
So this holiday season, if you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes or an hour, and start using the PowerSwabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. PowerSwabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean. And people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This holiday season, order PowerSwabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. Get a free PowerSwabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen vaccine or visit powerswabs.com today.
One of our biggest sales of the year ends soon. The Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. Get huge savings on already low prices, up to 50% off. Plus, see what's new, what's in stock, and save 25% on our great accessories. Give your home that special touch. Huge store-wide savings at the Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. Hurry and soon. And for better sleep, come to Slumberland Sleep Solutions and see how easy it is now to shop for a mattress.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Baseball seems to be on hold after players are locked out for the first time in decades.
As Anthony Pura tells us, owners made the call after they failed to reach a new collective bargaining agreement with the players.
The countdown to baseball spring training is now on hold. Contract talks between MLB players and owners are at a stalemate, and the owners are locking out their players for the first time since 1990.
It's not a good thing for the sport. It's not something that we undertake lightly. We understand it's bad for our business. We took it out of a desire to drive the process forward to an agreement now.
In a statement, the Players Union said in part that the lockout was specifically calculated to pressure players into relinquishing rights and benefits. Until the contract expired at midnight, players and owners had been trying to reach a deal on issues, including player pay, revenue sharing, and free agency rules.
We're trying to make the game more competitive.
Star pitcher Max Scherzer is one of the player representatives at the negotiating table. He spoke just hours before the lockout began.
There's so many different ways that we, as players as a whole, that we believe that we can make the game better. And we're absolutely committed to doing that.
Many see the lockout as strictly symbolic since spring training does not start until February.
I think we're in a process. I'm prepared to continue that process, and I'm optimistic that we're going to get a deal.
But until a deal is done, teams are not allowed to talk to players, make signings, or execute trades. Anthony Pura, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Clubs scrambled to add players ahead of the lockout, committing more than $1.9 billion in new contracts.
Stay with us. We'll have a final check of your first warn forecast in just a moment.
Black Friday deals have been extended for one final week at Furniture and Appliance Mart. It's your last chance to save up to 42% off top brand appliances, plus special no-interest financing on appliances with no minimum purchase. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside the Ashley Home Stores of Madison.
It's a fact. 2 out of 3 Americans who qualify for Medicare do not receive all the benefits they deserve. You could be missing out. Now, Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield introduces a free Medicare plan checkup to make sure you receive all the benefits you qualify for in 2022. Call 1-855-597-0884 today and receive extra benefits for a $0 monthly premium. Benefits like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. And to help you stay healthy at home, you can have free prescription drug delivery, online doctor visits 24/7, and free exercise classes. You can even receive money towards over-the-counter health items. Call 1-855-597-0884 today and feel confident you have all the benefits you deserve for 2022. You can receive extra benefits for a $0 monthly premium, like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. Call 1-855-597-0884 and make sure you're not missing out.
Over these past months, we've all experienced changes and a great deal of reflection. But here's a change you can truly be excited about. Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, permanently removes the fat from your stomach, hips and thighs, and back.
I walked past mirrors. I didn't want to see any of that. I can't even tell you how excited I am about Sono Bello and what they've done for me.
I'm just living my best life now because I'm being the best that I can be.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently. Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation. Plus, get $250 off instantly. You deserve to do something for you. Call 1-888-512-1753 or go to sonobello.com now.
We all love reading the magazine, but did you know there's additional exclusive Madison Magazine content here on channel3000.com? Click on Madison Magazine for timely food stories and blogs on the local food scene that don't appear in the magazine. Find arts and entertainment and interesting Madisonians. There are featured columnists and online extras like photo galleries and videos. Channel 3000 and Madison Magazine. Together, they're your one source for all things Madison.
Black Friday deals have been extended for one final week at Ashley Home Store. It's your last chance to save up to 65% off doorbusters and special deals on our hottest looks store-wide. Plus, no interest financing for 5 years. Only at Ashley Home Store.
Here's what we're working on tonight. President Biden's efforts to contain the worrisome Omicron variant. What the president plans to do to keep schools open and the economy on track. Plus, more tonight on the tragic school shooting in Michigan. Were crucial warning signs about the suspect missed, and could his parents also face charges? And how a dire shortage of construction workers is contributing to America's housing crunch. The CBS Evening News is minutes away.
So do you like cilantro? Well, now you can smell like it, courtesy of Chipotle, the restaurant chain now selling cilantro soap online, comparable to the price of a burrito, $8. Cilantro, one of Chipotle's most debated ingredients on social media, especially since a small % of the population actually tastes like a soapy flavor when they eat it. That's what they say. And you can find the soap on the company's website while supplies last. Susan makes a great gift.
Yeah,
great
how many people are going to eat that soap?
In their burrito. Yeah. Let's go to Gary. Quick final check.
Got some light rain and snow showers to our north and west. Those will be in here later on tonight, but shouldn't amount to very much.
All right, and we'll be back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News, Margaret Brennan in tonight for Nora O'Donnell. Stay tuned.